Hey guys,
I'm Jerry.
I'm Ciara.
We're ladies.
And we tangent. I'm carrying your love with me.
What?
You heard that song? It's on TikTok.
No, I don't get. Oh my god, fuck! I don't get on TikTok very much.
TikTok.
Sorry. What's up, everyone?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
Hey, we're in a.
I have to be very limited in my expressions because I dropped a lawnmower on my face and I gave myself a black eye and I cut my eyebrow basically to the bone. And so I can't really make a whole lot of quick movements with my face or expressive movements with my face without being in a lot of fucking pain.
Let me see the cut again. Ooh, I'm glad
There's a chunk
you
of
didn't have
skin
to get-
missing.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't have to get stitches.
I know the streak continues.
I thought for sure when I saw what
I should have put a fucking trigger warning about how gruesome this part was going to be.
this beginning part.
I just didn't realize I was going to injure myself immediately
Yeah.
when we started. Someone asked me, they were like, "How did it happen?" And I said, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you."
It's true.
And they were like, "Try me." And I said, "Ciara finally got me back with that tortilla." They're like,
Could
"That's
you
from a fucking
imagine?
tortilla," and I was like, "No,
I put a knife in it.
it's from a lawnmower."
Oh wait, no, I put a brick in it. I just
You rolled it like a burrito with a bunch of quarters.
bitch.
No,
She
No.
dropped a lawnmower on her face. That one is true. That's
Yeah.
not a fucking jokey joke.
yeah,
Sounds like it should be.
It sounds like it should be.
Yeah.
It was the fucking dumbest thing I've ever done.
When you said it, so she called me and was like, "Hey, I might need you to come over here because I'm going to the hospital." And I was like, "What? Oh my god!" And I was in the middle of making dinner. No, it was downstairs because he's been
at
helping
first
me
I was
make
like, "Hey, do
dinner.
you think you could come over?" And you're like, "Well, we just got dinner." And I'm like, "Oh no, that's totally fine. I have to go to the emergency room. I dropped a lawnmower on my
I was
face."
like, "Okay, you could have led with that. Like, I can stop
a different
cutting
story.
vegetables. Like, yes, I'm in the middle of cooking." Because at first she was just like, "Can you come hang out with Birdie? Can you come hang out with my kids for a little bit?" And I was like, "I am cooking dinner." She's like, "Well, because I'm going to the hospital." I'm like, "Oh my god, if it's an emergency, yes."
I don't like when people worry about me.
Mhm.
Like as soon as I knew I wasn't gonna die, I went into like a very calm state.
You seemed calm, but I could tell something was wrong. That's why I was like, "Why are you okay?"
Yeah, it
And then
was
you're
very
like, "I am going to
monotone.
the hospital."
Yeah, it was very like matter of fact, monotone.
Split my whole
Because
face open.
I remember all of it.
Yeah.
Like I remember lifting up the lawnmower to look under it. I remember thinking, "Here we go, baby," and stepping back and letting go of it. And then being smacked by a bar I didn't see that was attached to the lawnmower. And I felt it on the side of my head, and I immediately thought of that one movie, Simon Birch,
Yes.
where he kills his friend's mom with a baseball right to the temple.
Yeah.
And
Did you know that Corey has seen a little dog die that way at a baseball game?
that's so sad.
That's for
we gotta
real.
stop baseball.
No, that's what we are here to do.
Stop baseball 2022. But yeah, I immediately saw like a flashbang.
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And I grabbed my head and I just started running because I thought if I'm going to pass out, I need to be close to the house.
Definitely.
And I thought maybe if I run, this is so stupid of me. I thought maybe if I run, then my blood will be moving so fast through my body that I can't pass out. It was almost like if I just get my adrenaline pumping fast
that
enough.
makes sense, honestly.
I think so.
If you get your adrenaline up.
I'm not a medical
Enough.
professional.
Yeah.
And so I
Don't let me go into shock.
yeah,
Just get to where I need to go.
That 100%.
Yeah.
So I ran in and I moved my hand. And when I moved my hand, I saw trigger warning for blood. I saw all of like a big amount of blood on my hand. And I looked at Shane and I said, "Where's the cut?" And he goes, "Your eye. What happened?" And I just ran to the bathroom and I started rinsing my face off. And he came in and he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I need you to get me a towel. I need to like dab this off." And so
Let me see what the wound looks like, because at that
Yep.
point you probably couldn't tell.
yeah, I couldn't see anything.
Shit around your eyes bleed.
It was scary.
like,
It was very scary.
a lot too.
Because I didn't know how much of my eye I got, how much of it was bone, how deep it was. And so when this is literally, if you don't like any medical stuff and it's like grosses you out, skip
Straight
ahead.
up skip this
Skip like
part.
5 minutes. I finally got the towel and I was able to like stop the bleeding enough to like, this is so fucking gross, pull it apart and see how deep it was.
I knew you were gonna ask.
And it was, you remember those coin purses that were like shaped like an egg?
No.
And you're like, why would anyone put any coins in here? You could fit 75 cents. What the fuck is the point? But normally people would take them swimming.
Okay.
For whatever fucking reason. Anyway, that's what it looked like. And I went, yeah, that's gonna need stitches. I like said that to myself in the mirror.
Love talking to myself when I'm in crisis mode. I'm like, fuck, we are in a trouble, ladies.
Yes, we are in a singular trouble, multiple ladies. So I came back out at this point. Shane still has no fucking clue why my face is bleeding.
Well, no, because you're like, I'm figuring this out. Don't worry about it.
We don't know where Forrest is.
Oh, no.
So the door was unlocked. We're like doing stuff in the backyard. Shane was cooking dinner. I'm mowing in the back. And we don't know where Forrest is.
Oh
and God. I'm like, we have to go to the hospital. I'm going to make some phone calls. Get the kids situated. Can you get them dressed? Because my children never have clothes on.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know where Forrest is. And he is panicked. And I just keep looking at him going, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right. We just need, I'm
going
to figure this out.
You're calming him in this situation.
That's how it always happens. But I can also understand why he was panicked. Because at this point, he still had no clue.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
How it happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, did she get Fabio'd? Did a bird come down and just friggin' take her
velocity.
out? Yeah. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Forrest was down here on the computer sending an email. And... Great. So Shane brought him back up, and then my sister was able to come over and hang out with them. Oh my God,
Birdie.
And I went to the hospital, and I did not want anyone to like be made uncomfortable by me being in pain.
Yeah.
And so I just am like cracking jokes all the time. She's like, now be careful when you shower. You want to be gentle around your face and dab. And I go, I don't stand. You don't have to worry about me in showers. I will be laying down, and there's a good chance that my face won't even touch the water. So
no worries.
Worry not. Yeah. But she ended up gluing it together, and it's been progressively getting more
pretty
purple.
Yeah. It looks like pretty eyeshadow.
It does, like the cut follows the shape of my eyebrow.
Yeah.
And like
it's very hard to see.
It is.
Yeah.
The red is like a liner that like goes down. Everything looks sad. Which just feels natural.
Perfect.
Honestly. Yeah.
It does look like interesting if you did your eyebrows to where they had a tail like that.
A long tail?
Not that long.
I did have a manager one time who had tails that I swear touched her like hairline.
I think I know.
And she drew them on. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know why you've done that.
Yeah.
Can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah. So
honestly, whatever makes people happy, fuck it. If your eyebrows make you happy that they touch your ears, then I'm happy for you.
Me too.
That's not a choice you made, though.
No, I did not. I didn't choose the black eye. The black eye chose me.
Yeah.
Because I had a horrible lapse in judgment.
It's
just
okay.
terrible lapse in judgment.
It happens to the best of us.
I know. Well. So the day I got a black eye.
I got a black puppy.
Ciara got a black puppy.
Am I insane? Probably.
No.
I would say no.
No. I say you've never been saner.
That's what I think.
You've never been more in your right mind.
I've never been happier. I'll tell you fucking that much. I love that little motherfucker. Oh,
I know.
God, do I love him.
That dog cures depression.
I'll tell you why. This was not a choice that I made like over a period of time. Jerry did this to me. You did it to me. You go ahead. You tell the people.
Oh, what I did to you?
Yeah.
Birdie.
On camera, you're a lady.
Birdie just got fixed. So she's probably tending to herself.
Girl.
So there was a couple that I taught with when I was teaching, and they posted that they had a bunch of puppies and they were looking for homes, and literally all of them except this one puppy didn't have a home, and his name was Thunder, and every time I saw his sweet little fucking face, I would go wow, 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 wow. And I kept showing Shane, and I'm like, Shane, what do you think? What do you think of this? And he's like, no, Jerry, no. And so I shared the photo saying, I cannot get this dog but I fucking will if someone else won't get this dog. Please adopt him.
And so Corey is like, looks over at me. I'm just minding my business. Okay. I'm on the couch. I'm just like reading or whatever. And he looks over at me and he's like, you want another dog? Just like that. And I go, no. And he's like, really? And I go, no. And he shows me the photo. And I'm like, oh
no.
Oh, look at that boy. And then he says, it's the one no one wanted. Everyone else got picked. And this one isn't getting picked. And I went, fuck. Fuck. That's all you have to say to me. If you tell me it's the ugly duckling, the one that nobody wants, then I'm like, sold. That's how we got Frankie.
Yep.
They told us, they were like, nobody wants him. We've had him. Frankie was a couple months old.
You're like, say less.
And I was like, all right, well, he's coming home with me because fucking A. And yeah, so he's like, do you? We had like a 10-minute back and forth where I was like, no, we can't. He's like, I know, we can't. But, and I was like, oh.
She's texting me and I'm like, I'm the worst person to ask about this
Jerry's
because
like,
I will
full send.
100% convince you to get this dog.
Let's fucking go. She's like, you're a born mother. You're a natural caregiver.
You're a good boy collector.
Yes. And I was like, I called her. I was like, what are you doing right now? She's like, I just got back from the emergency room. I did. I have a fucking huge headache. And I was like, we want to go see a puppy.
And I was like, we're taking the dog.
I was just like, let's just go see it. What's the harm? Jerry knows these people. Let's just go see it. But I knew. The second we got out there, Corey's like, all right, give him here.
That's like shaving your legs before a date. I'm not going to sleep with him.
No, but
I just want my legs shaved. You're fucking him. You know you are. Don't.
My bra and my underwear match. I did that on purpose.
No, I'm not going to sleep with him. I just like to look cute. Liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just a joke for the story.
That's a joke.
You are allowed to shave your legs or not shave your legs, or wear matching or not wear it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. Consent is a thing. That was just a joke.
It was a joke.
Because I think all of us have a time or some of us, one of us probably has a memory that we could go back to in our mind and be like,
that was it.
Agreed. Anyway.
But yeah, I got the day we got him, like that we brought him home, I was thinking like, this is wonderful. And then the high kind of wore off and I was like, what have we done? Is this a mistake? Our house is small. Yeah. Now, we are getting a new house, hopefully next year. A much bigger in size, I'm hoping.
Manifesting.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I don't think you guys can see Birdie, but I wish you could because she's chasing her tail and it's so funny. Very funny. And then she stops and looks like, where to fucking go? And it's still attached to you, Birdie. But that's how I felt about her. I was like, is this the dumbest thing I've ever done? Honestly, no. Best thing we've ever done.
That's what then I was like, I don't know. I feel like in the next day or so, I'm going to know. Because the next day, Corey was going to go to work. So I was going to have Noah, Sawyer, all 3 dogs. And I was like, this is going to either be great or bad. Here's my thought process. Getting 1 puppy is harder than getting a 3rd puppy. Yeah. Because he just follows the other. Yeah. They are pack animals. He follows the other 2's lead. I've barely had to do shit. I open the door. He already knows to run out with the dogs to go in the yard.
Listen, what you just said is what someone is going to play for their partner to convince them to get another dog.
I hope you do.
If you do, send us the photos. Because
get all the good boys. Get all the good boys. They deserve it.
I downloaded Pet Finder again, and I forgot it's one of my favorite fucking things to do is to scroll through Pet Finder and look at their dumb fucking faces and their dumb fucking names and laugh my sweet ass off.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my God. You like scroll and you're like, Larry, why are you in a bow tie?
We almost named him Dave because that was my favorite name to see puppies have. Just like, because I think a fucking puppy named Dave, that's Noah's dad's name. But like, I just think Dave as a puppy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. But I knew someone with a dog named Dale.
I love that name.
It's a great name.
Jerry really batted for Butch.
I did.
Dog. I wanted the name Bear because I used to have a stuffed animal named Bear who was a dog that I loved. I slept with it every night.
That was me and Mosby.
Yeah.
Well, Mo.
So then was it Noah or was it you that said Theodore? I think it was Noah.
I think so.
And then he was like, Teddy. And I was like, oh my God. So his name is Theodore Bear Parsons. Teddy Bear Parsons. That's that
I
cute.
love him. He is so cute.
And Noah calls him. He goes, "I'm gonna call him Teddy." He's been calling him Theodore. He goes, "Theodore, Theodore." It's so funny.
Yeah,
But
I love him.
Ted.
I love it for you, and I'm so thrilled for you.
Ted, Frank, Winston. Those are my good boys. I
Yep.
love them. They're all old man names, and I love them. That's the best.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get more? Who knows?
We'll find out.
Could be.
I was going to say something, and then I got distracted by Birdie chasing her tail,
Yeah.
and now I'm back to it.
Okay.
When you were talking about a house, I don't know if I said it or not, but I was thinking we're manifesting these kind of things.
Please.
Someone
Yeah.
wants I turned my mic. Someone
Hello,
wants
where'd
us
you
to do an episode on manifesting.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I don't know that we know what we're doing at all.
We don't.
But
And
I think it would
also,
be fun to talk about.
we can talk about there are some things that I've been hearing with manifesting that makes me feel a little like
Yes.
because then it's almost like if good things aren't happening to people, it's like that Christian
Yes.
like the reason why I
Yes.
didn't like Christianity was because it was like, well, you're not praying hard enough. Obviously, if bad things are happening,
Yep.
Jesus just doesn't love you or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, wait.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like it
Mhm.
makes me feel a little
well,
bad.
when I was
But I don't even think it's manifesting so much as like putting good out and like receiving good.
Well, I think that for me, it's more so like if I have my mind set on something,
Yeah, I want to make it happen.
then that is naturally where I'm going to go to. I don't know if this makes sense to anyone. When I was learning how to drive, our Uncle Jim is a driving instructor.
Yes.
And he told me to keep my eyes where I wanted to go, which felt wrong to me. I felt like I wanted to look like
everything.
right in front of me. Like I want to make sure that I stay right there. And he's like, no, look at where you want to go.
Yeah.
And you will naturally go there.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, if you're driving on the road and
I
you
like
look off to
that.
the left or you look off to the right, you start to
Yeah,
veer. And
yeah.
it's because that's where your eyes are focused.
Yep.
And so I feel like when I have my mind focused on something and I speak about it as if it is just going to happen naturally, I don't know when, I don't know how.
It's like you're tricking your brain almost.
It is, I believe, putting me on a path that is going
Yeah.
towards that thing.
Because in your brain, you're already on the way there.
Yeah. I set my sights there.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's what we did.
Yeah. I don't know. I would like to have Ciara research it
Yes,
and look into manifesting, kind of look at like what it was supposed to be, how it's being used now.
Absolutely.
Maybe we create an outline. We got to get these dogs under control. We'll be back with your actual content for this episode. Okay, BRB. Ollie was dicking around with my mic and now it's all jacky.
Remember when I made that joke about how many more dogs am I going to have? My sister literally just sent me more puppies. People need to stop.
Oh my God. Someone thinks I'm Todd. Okay. I was about to put my phone. Yeah, I was about to put my phone on personal mode, which I love, by the way.
What's
like
personal mode?
essentially you can it's like a do not disturb, but you can select what apps come through, what texts come through. So
that would be nice.
I have one for sleep, I have one for personal time,
Yeah.
and then I have one for
I would like
just
texts and calls, but that's it because my phone goes off emails, TikToks, fucking Facebook.
Well, sometimes I just raised my eyebrows. Sometimes like I'll have everything shut off except you, Shane, my parents, and my sisters can contact me, and that's it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Anyway, I just looked. I have a Google number that I've used sometimes for my photography business, and I don't know if they fucked it up or this person Todd fucked it up, but Dunkin' Donuts keeps telling me to complete my application and are asking me about
no, Todd.
I know, Todd, if you're
He's
listening,
not gonna get the job.
if you're listening, Dunkin' Donuts wants to set up an interview with you.
Shit.
So I think you should really get a hold of them. And also your loan went through. And so you're going to want to contact them as well.
Things are looking up for Todd.
Yeah. So,
Todd,
I mean,
you're
if
having a
only he could be reached. It's not going to be through me. So sorry.
Only he knew.
And part of me is like, is Todd even fucking real? Or are you just trying to get me to send you another $500? Greg John. You motherfucker.
You fucking Duncan motherfucker.
Yeah.
Duncan would be a cute puppy name.
That's my parents' dog's name.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where have I heard that before?
Duncan and Joe.
That's right.
Like coffee.
Oh.
Like a cup of Joe?
Did they do that on purpose?
No, they had Joe first.
Okay.
Joe's a girl, by the way.
Yeah,
they
I
had
like
Joe, and then They adopted Duncan.
I love that.
Anyway.
So yeah,
doing?
he's like the best boy. We're doing Am I the Asshole, but I want to still talk about my dog. Because
she's like, because I have them and you guys don't know about them.
I never talk about my dogs. Everybody's always like, what about Ciara's dogs? What? I love them so much. I never know what to say. So here's my thing. When people are like, are you a cat or a dog person? I'm like, I'm a cat person, but I just keep getting dogs.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? I can't help it. God, I just love a dog. I love an underdog, quote unquote. But seriously, if it's like the dog that nobody wants, I have to have it.
That's fine.
Because that's not fucking fair. Anyways, he's a good cuddly boy. We're doing Am I the Asshole is what I'm trying to say to you.
I think we had a different episode planned and it might be over there.
But then Jerry got concussed and we were like, maybe we just take this shit easy for a little, huh?
Yeah. I was going too hard. We're so fucking close to finishing the hole, you guys. I'm so excited to show you what it looks like.
I thought
Can't
it was finished.
wait to show you my hole.
Finished.
I'm just waiting on I'm waiting on 2 chairs.
Oh, okay.
And we are doing one thing to finish the hot tub area.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like we were waiting on grass, which we got today. So there's just like some final touches.
I get it.
that we're waiting on. And I'm thrilled to show you guys my hole. It's coming so soon.
My hole coming to a fucking phone near you.
My hole, my hole, my hole.
Ooh, my hole.
My lovely lady hole.
Check it out.
Well, that's how I got injured, is because I was trying to prep the yard to make the hole look nice. Learn my lesson.
No, you let that hole go.
No more landscaping for me.
Same.
That's what I always
Burnt
say.
asshole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is doing good, by the way. It's healed. She's healed, ladies and gents. So no worries there.
I got an ad after we started talking about that from Nude. Nood. It's like a personal laser. But
oh yeah, wasn't it? Didn't it say? What did it say?
I don't know.
Wasn't there one you sent me that was like an ad for something we talked about, and it was like got pussy or something?
Oh no. Probably, but this one is like hair remover should be genital, but it was like trying to be punny.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was great. But at the same time, I was like scrolling through these comments like, oh, maybe I'll fucking try this. And then it's like they forget to tell you that if your hair does not contrast enough with your skin, it doesn't work.
Nope.
So
I'm telling you that now. Don't buy into that shit. If you don't have fair skin and dark, coarse hair, that will not work for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And because I am pale and have light hair.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
And it doesn't work on dark complexions either.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Well, and I think that's why.
Am I the asshole? Yes, you are, because this product doesn't work for everyone and you do not advertise that.
I think that's why it didn't work for my butthole, because I'll tell you, my crack is definitely darker than the rest of my skin.
It is?
I get dark crack.
I thought you were going to tell me your hair was lighter.
No, dark crack.
Dark crack. Someone was telling me to
dark butt crack.
Someone was telling me
why?
that I need to.
I wonder.
I wonder if your butt crack matches your nipples.
Mm.
That's a theory that I have.
My butthole matches my nipples?
I don't know. Is your butthole different than your butt crack?
I don't look at it.
Okay. Okay. Well, you did have a photo. I wasn't sure how much of that you examined.
Too much.
I did take. Oh fuck! I keep raising my eyebrows. I did take a photo of like all my ass knee. Okay. Someone was like, "Oh, just make sure you do this in the crack," and I'm like, "It's not in my crack.
No, it's on your cheeks.
It's like underneath my butt cheek.
Yeah.
Top of my thigh.
Yeah.
Where they fold over.
Where they touch.
Where my dump truck empties out.
My legs.
Yeah, it has cleared up. By the
good.
way, I almost bought stuff, but I just let time heal her.
That's what I did with my burn. Well, no, I did at the end get stuff, but for the majority of the bad part, just let it do its business. Am I the asshole? I'm going to ask you a question about myself personally.
Okay.
Am I the asshole?
Probably.
Because my son has been a little antisocial.
Okay.
A little nerdy boy. I don't mean to call you nerdy, Noah. You're just different in the best ways. And
just remember, your mom would always take you home.
Yes.
If you were the one in the litter.
Well, I think that's why I love all those puppies so much. But so we had a thing. Now his school is close to us this year.
Yes.
And so I would walk him to and from school every day. Fucking adorable. Well, he has a friend in school now who walks to school. and now they started walking. And so the two of them were walking today, and they like left me behind. And he was like, I'll see you next week, the week that he's with me. And I was like, oh, are you guys going to do this every day? I said, sadly, but I didn't try to. And the kid was like, yeah, if that's okay with you. And I was like, yeah, Mom, is that okay? And I was like, yeah.
He's going to walk to school.
I mean, I'm going to go too behind them. But like him and I, that was our bonding time. We would talk about everything and really good, like nice talks on the way to and from school. And now I'm like, I'll just be back here with the baby while you guys talk to each other and have fun.
Get a life. That's all I have to say to you.
I'm like, am I the asshole for like caring?
Angry?
No, I'm not angry. I am sad.
Well, I don't think anyone who's sad can be an asshole.
Yeah, but Corey was like,
they're pathetic.
Corey was like, for sure, don't say that to him. And I was like, no, I wouldn't be like, you have to go walk with your mommy.
No, that's like a grieving thing. That's
so
a special
sad.
time for you. And also, it's like, it's a time that is now no longer something you're going to get to enjoy, but also it is the like ending of an era for your baby.
It is. That's why I had another one. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the puppies all over again.
I did know.
Sawyer, watch out.
Oh, God. When she's 10 and I have a 20-year-old, I'm having another one.
Oh
no, I'm
God.
just kidding. God, can you imagine?
I cannot be supportive.
No.
I can't help you.
3 kids, 10 years apart each. Woof.
Yikes. Any of you have done it, congratulations. I'm so happy that you did that.
That's not what we want to It's not for us.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for your mom, but
or you.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, I just feel it's just sad. It's the end of an era.
Well, it happens.
I just had to throw that in there because Corey was like, don't be that guy right now. Don't be the mom that's like, can't let go of her little boy because don't be that mom. And I was like,
she just starts playing I Hope You Dance while trailing behind him and just crying.
I just cry the entire way every day. His friend's like,
is your mom okay? She's had You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story playing on repeat.
For a week straight. I'm drying my tears with the puppy.
two new ones. You just keep adding more puppies. Sawyer's not even in the stroller anymore. It's just another puppy. All of a sudden, you're Cruella DeVille. All because Noah got a friend to walk to school with.
Look at what you did. You made me kill these dogs.
Kill them.
That's what Cruella does. You didn't know? They're for her fur coat. I'm sorry I spoiled that. Spoiler alert.
First of all, that's too far. You're an asshole for killing puppies.
I didn't do it. I said Cruella did.
Yeah, but you were her.
I know. Well, you made me her. That was your fault.
Stop gaslighting me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Let's get into the real nitty gritty.
Yep.
I mean, her titty's pretty.
You're on one. You be crying over there.
Do you know that song?
No. I don't know half the shit you listen to. All of it, you have more rap lyrics in your head than you do anything else.
I really do. Okay, here we go. Hey ladies, name's Addison, she, her. I'm currently living with my husband in Nevada.
This is an Am I the Asshole from our people?
Yeah, I took them from our people. Because we had a list.
We did.
So I used them. We had like 300 some, and we had only done it once. So I'm like, I'll just dip into this again.
Fuck. Okay. Okay.
I
feel like it's easier to call people assholes when I know that they're not like a listener of ours.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
This is going to be kind of an Am I the Asshole, but I feel like it's more Hey Ladies, because a lot of this is like looking for advice, but also Am I the Asshole? Right.
Okay.
I'm originally from Texas. We were long distance prior to being married, I'm assuming. He's not really a big social / outgoing person, and neither am I, but I'm used to having social interaction through work. Well, I stopped working last year due to getting pregnant and childcare being outrageous. And I didn't want to put my 4-year-old from a previous relationship and a newborn in a stranger's care. And I know nobody And I know nobody, and I have no friends or family here. So I'm constantly home alone with the 2 kids, and now I feel like I'm not getting any mental stimulation aside from kids shows, games, toys, and songs. My husband works 12 plus hour days if you include driving to and from work, and he goes to sleep almost right after work. Oh, I fucking remember those days. It was terrible.
That's rough.
And even on his days off, I'm the primary care provider for the kiddos. We never do anything. We don't even get out to go to get groceries anymore. Like, I literally don't leave the apartment and don't socialize with anyone but the 3 of them and a dog that can't talk back to me. Am I the asshole for wanting to just like go to the store and walk around for a while? I feel like I'm completely losing myself to insanity. I literally haven't left my apartment in 3+ weeks.
Oh my gosh. No.
You need to,
First of all, I hope you got out, because this is obviously sent a while ago. I fucking hope that number has not increased.
Oh God, seriously. Yeah, but anytime I picked that one because I feel like it's so like such a you and I's thing, and what am I trying to say here? Such a thing that we can relate to, relatable thing for both of us.
100%. And I think that if you've not walked in those shoes, it is very hard to understand.
To be like, look how lucky you get to be to stay home with your kids, and it's like, if you're not talking to adults, my mom sometimes will call me and be like, why are you snippy? And I'm like, because I haven't heard from an adult in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
haven't had someone not touching me.
Yes.
In a month.
Yeah. The simulation, the overstimulation from having just kids, either
Sound
Noah
going.
constantly talking or the baby screaming, which is her favorite thing to do now. She just goes, all day. And I'm like, I love you, but stop yelling.
Yes.
Like, loud too.
It is so tough. So fucking tough for other people to understand. I think someone who like would also fully fucking get it is Shane.
Yeah.
And it's because whenever he was working full time, he would come home, and that's exactly what I would say.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be around anyone.
I need a break.
I want to be by myself. I want to get out. And he felt almost like rejected by me because I didn't want to be around anyone. It had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Or my desire to want to be with him. It was, we don't have help. We don't have anyone to watch the kids, and I've been with them for fucking ever.
I need
for
to
days
just
straight.
Get away.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the second I open my eyes to the second I close them, someone needs something from me.
Yes.
And I don't have an identity outside of that.
Yep.
And I'm losing myself. And it is maddening.
Yeah.
It is enough, because I feel like when you're in that kind of like shame cycle, you also then guilt is like its best friend tagging along the way to make you feel like you're a piece of shit for even
why aren't you just enjoying this? Yeah, like some people don't get to have this, blah 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 blah. Those are things I hear constantly, but it doesn't mean that this isn't also fucking hard.
When I feel almost obnoxious with the amount of times that I have said this word, but duality. Duality. 2 things can be true simultaneously. You can feel grateful. You can be happy. You cannot want to change your circumstance, like being able to be the sole provider of care, the main care provider.
Primary care.
Yep. For your children or for your family, but also
need a fucking break.
Desperately need to get out.
Need to get away from them sometimes.
Yes.
And that doesn't make you a bad person. When we went to LA, I thought, I'm going to be sick leaving my family. And I told Jerry, I was like, I feel like shit for how much fun I'm having here. Like, I feel fucking great here.
Yes.
And it was like, but it was my first time feeling like me again and not feeling like someone's mom or someone's like caretaker.
Because eventually, and I feel like we've said this before, eventually you're just having this experience right now. Noah is going into a different stage where he is not as dependent on you. And how's that making you feel? Fucking empty.
Sad.
And it's because you have put so much of yourself into him.
Yeah.
And so what happens when they're gone?
Yeah.
And you have given all of yourself to someone else?
No. Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yep.
You don't know who you are
and
anymore.
It's heartbreaking. That's why people have midlife crises. We hear that and it's like a jokey joke thing, but truly it's when your children then leave the nest or whatever, they find their own identity. They need to be a little more independent from you.
And you want that.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you lose your identity. You are searching for who the fuck am I though? Because I've dedicated my sole purpose to taking care of these people.
And it's very hard too, because something that Barbara used to tell me all the time was You are not a bad mom for needing to work.
Yeah.
You are not a bad person for needing to get chores done. It is important. It is just as important for your children to see you scheduling out time to work and self-care as it is for you to be present with them, because everything you're doing is modeling. And if you are modeling to them that rest is important, that exercise is important, that you time is important, that reading is important, that work is important, they are going to then adopt those beliefs as well.
Exactly.
And I feel like people don't often have that reinforced. It's more so you need to be able to do all of it.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And have nothing left.
Because that's what society tells you, especially the primary care provider.
Yep.
It's like you're supposed to be doing everything. So do it.
And like it.
Yeah.
And shut up about it.
Don't you dare say you don't like it because you made this decision. So
you wanted it.
Yeah.
Now you want to complain about it?
Yeah, I fucking do about everything.
Because I wanted pizza and I fucking loved it, but also I shit my pants. Okay, I'm allowed to not be pleased by the result, even though I enjoyed and wanted the beginning.
But I did shit myself.
And I will do it again.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Both the pizza and the shitting. All of it.
Here we are.
It's a cyclical cycle of cycles.
Yes. Do you think we answered that one? I think
so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I hope you got what you needed.
You're not an asshole, and I hope you got out of your apartment.
Please take a break. Take many breaks. Schedule yourself a break like once every couple days if you can. If you can, more.
Yes.
But if you can, once every couple days, like seriously,
if you can't get out of your environment, it is fucking rough.
Yeah.
I had to tell Shane, like, go somewhere.
Yeah, you have to.
Go to the coffee shop, go to the store, go to your friend's house, go on a drive, get out of this fucking house. That's why in Sims, they get stir crazy if they don't leave.
Literally. And like people, I remember Corey saying that. He's like, oh, you're getting your nails done and your lashes done. And I'm like, you don't understand what it does for me, because those are my only moments where I feel okay getting a babysitter because I have an appointment I have to keep. And then I get out of the house. And like that little bit of interaction, I get to talk to an adult for a straight hour. And we just gossip or we talk about like chit chatty things, and it doesn't have to be like a work talk or like a relationship talk or a what about the kids talk. Like I'm just talking aimlessly to these people, and it's fucking I swear to God, it changes my whole mood. So schedule that. You deserve it.
Here.
Okay, so I don't know if they give names, but this says me, which is she, her.
Okay.
The X is she, her as well. And then there's a sneaky link, and that's he, him. Okay. Hey, all. My ex and I dated for over 2.5 years. And at the end of our that's how they wrote it out. I understand it's 2.5. Now that I say it out loud. And at the end, I got self-conscious when I said it like that. At the end of our relationship, we decided to try bringing a third into the bedroom. And we all know how that goes in relationships that are already about to be over.
Eesh.
We will call him Sneaky Link. My ex and Mr. Link met on Tinder, and they were involved, just the two of them, for a few weeks before she introduced
two of them.
us all to each other. The night, amazing. The aftermath, not so much. The chemistry between Sneaky Link and I was stronger than anything they had prior, and him and I both left with the need to reach out to each other. The only problem was I had no way of contacting him and didn't even know his last name for a Facebook search. I ended up trying to look through her phone while she was napping, and as soon as I grabbed it, of course she woke up. That was what officially ended our relationship. She didn't trust me. Understandable, and I didn't expect any less. She told me she didn't want me to talk to him in the future under any circumstances.
I feel a little bit fucking weird about weird about this.
Oh, I know. Oh, that's why I included it.
Okay.
Fast forward a month and a half. She has a new boyfriend, and I happened to come across him on Tinder. I thought it was fate. I couldn't stop thinking about him and was hoping he would come up in my adventures swiping. Swipe right, and we match. Since that day, we still regularly talk and hook up at least once a month. This is the Sneaky Link. To this day, he is still by far the best sex I've had with a man, and I can't stay away. If my ex found out, I don't even want to know what would happen, and that alone makes me want to abort mission. We aren't together and haven't been for over a year. She shouldn't have an opinion on who is in my bed at the end of the day.
Why the fuck do you care anymore?
Right. But I can't help but feel like the asshole because of the circumstances of us meeting and her expressing she didn't want us talking further. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
No, first of all, I need a little bit more on the dynamics of your relationship, because if my partner was on Tinder and was like, "Hey, I know we're in a relationship, but
we should
what do you
fuck
say?
someone else,
You and me,
because
spice
I've already
things up."
been talking to this person.
Yeah, that confuses me a bit, but I don't know
too.
if they had
But
an
it
open
could be.
I don't know the dynamics
But
of the
if you did have
relationship.
an open relationship, then why the fuck is that person dictating after you've broken up who you can and can't talk to?
Yes.
That sounds very controlling.
Yes.
And like power dynamic there that is not right.
We don't approve of.
So I would say keep fucking him.
Yeah.
Get that D.
Well, they are.
Yeah, good. And don't feel bad. Here's what you have to understand. Your ex is probably potentially could in the future find out. Are you willing for that to blow up? Because if it does, all you have to do is block that person. Like, why the fuck do you need to?
Who cares?
That's what I mean. Why do you need to continue a relationship with that person?
That's
You don't.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't.
Are you
So
worried they're
if
gonna hate you?
Fuck them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your life.
Okay. Like,
They don't dictate anything about your
Yeah.
life anymore,
if anyone
and they shouldn't have in the first place.
anyone
But there
who
is
doesn't
a
want
respect
me
thing.
to be happy,
Yeah.
fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
So, if she doesn't want you to be happy, then and she doesn't have your best interest at heart, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
That's not a good friend.
No, it's not a good friend. And
you're-
I'm assuming that's what you guys are.
you're
still.
obviously not going to get back together.
No.
Although you are very clearly still thinking about it, but that's
Uh-huh.
because of the sneaky link.
Right.
Well,
Stop feeling guilty.
yeah.
Open yourself up.
Start
to
feeling horny.
Oh, nay. This is a shorty.
Okay. Shouty?
Yeah, this is a
Shouty.
Shouty.
Ciara is the real singer of the two of us.
Shorty.
Shardy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I am bad sometimes on purpose because I think it was funny, but that one was a little
That one, I felt like you were in your own concert in your car and you forgot where you were.
but I wasn't trying to be good. But at the same time, that was
Oh, fuck.
that is what I sound like in my car. I
know.
don't try. I just want to feel. I just want to feel the music.
I often think about that. This is going to make me sound like a fucking dick. Okay. When I'm in my car, I'll sing and I'm like, God, I'm fucking good. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
How do other people sing in their car and
We
not
just
hear how
do.
bad they suck?
We know. We don't care. That's why we wait till we're alone in our car to do it. I can hear myself. My voice cracks. I'm like, how?
I don't think I could.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm just feeling the music. I've sang loudly with you, scream sung with you.
Yeah.
But I think you're so loud that you just want to hear yourself.
I do.
'Cause I
The
don't
amount of
think
times
you
I've
hear me.
recorded myself,
Yeah.
all those like TikToks and stuff of people like pretending to record themselves singing and listening to it back where they're like, that was me.
Yeah.
I'm constantly. I used to go into my basement in Canton because it had amazing acoustics, and I would record myself, and then I would listen to it in my car sometimes on the way home from work, and I'm like, am I conceited?
Yeah, I don't care that much. I just want to feel things when I sing and listen to music. It's also why I listen to a lot of rap. You can't really fuck that up.
I don't know.
I got flow.
I just don't know why it's so hard to find the note.
Because it is. Are you joking?
No. I struggle sometimes. Don't we all? I'm just fucking with you guys.
No, you're not. Don't wink with that eye.
I can't wink. It fucking hurts.
Yeah. What's it like? Sometimes I don't understand that people
Singing?
can't wink. Like, what's that like?
Oh.
It's weird. Why can't you just, like, wink?
You remember what it's like to not be able to use your eye?
I do.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that.
Okay.
This is going to get serious for a second.
Oh, no.
I wanted to point out that, okay, I realized when I said how I injured my eye that it sounded fucking stupid.
No. Yeah.
It sounded like...
Are you pointing that out? 'Cause
What?
when I got abused, I made up a lot of stupid fucking
Well,
things.
you told multiple people different stories for the same injury, which was like, that's your first mistake. But
I wanted to get caught.
well, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I thought when I went to the hospital that they would say something. And this is the part that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, where my injury is and what it is definitely could look like a domestic abuse.
Absolutely.
However, the depth, well, I don't know what could have caused the depth of this.
To be fair, your eye right there is like the easiest part to get split open. Like if you watch boxing matches, that's where they tend. That's why they like do the Vaseline and stuff there.
Oh,
because it's very easy to split your eyebrow open, and then it bleeds. Bad.
Yeah.
So
I always forget to Vaseline my eyebrows before I mow the lawn.
Before you're picking up fucking yeah. So that's why they do that. I'm pretty sure that I got told that before, but that is an injury that is like common when you get hit there, but it can get deep and it can bleed like a lot.
And so I figured that because when I was pregnant, they were like, do you feel safe? Is there anyone that you're afraid of? Like, are in your home? Do you feel comfortable? And I was always fine. Yeah. And I
would like put that on little papers. Yes. Like, so just before you're discharged, and then there's a little question on the bottom, and you'd have to like, Yep.
And so I thought when I went to the ER that they would say something to me or like say, hey, we're going to take her in a room by herself and like leave Shane somewhere else.
Yep.
Nope. They said nothing to me.
Nope.
Nothing. And like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
This was my fault. I did this.
But when I went to the hospital for actual domestic violence with my abuser, they're holding on, like clinching onto my arm because he literally told me that the only way that he would take me is if I shut the fuck up and didn't say anything to anyone, or he wasn't going to take me to the hospital. Nobody said anything. And I said I got jumped at a bar fight. This is a small town. People fucking know me. Yeah. That is not something that sounds like what the fuck would happen to me. You know what I mean? So not one person was like, okay. Mm-hmm. They were just like, sounds good. Come on back. We'll x-ray you to see if your nose is broken.
Yeah, I just feel like anyone who's a medical professional listening to this, if you don't already, just fucking ask someone.
Any kind of injuries like that, I would hope that somebody would, like facial injuries like that.
That's all I thought about. Like, because obviously I know I'm fine. I know I'm safe. This was completely just me being fucking stupid.
Right.
But I know that I'm not the norm. Like, people going in there are less likely to have dropped a mower on their face.
I was waiting for that moment when someone would take me away, like separate us, to be like, hey, can you like call somebody, call my mom, and nobody separated. He was with me the entire time until I got discharged. So and I remember getting sick and thinking they're discharging me and I have to go home with him right now.
Yes.
Because I can't not.
They kept telling, because I grabbed my bag and I forgot that I had taken it to the coffee shop and it had my computer in it, so it was really fucking heavy. And I was like, Shane, will you please carry this, because I'm feeling nauseous.
Yeah,
and this is just very heavy. And so he's carrying my purse, and they didn't ask to separate us, but I swear to God, they told him he had a beautiful purse 5 times. I was like, joking? Son of a bitch, is this fucking for real?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted by that because all I kept thinking about was like, say that on the podcast, say that on the podcast.
Say that on the podcast.
Say that 10 times fast. No, all I kept thinking is like, if one person is like, oh fuck, maybe, because
I guarantee you, I stayed with that person then for 2.5 more years. If something would have happened and a cop would have been called, then hopefully, I mean, I called the cops a time after that, and they still didn't do anything. But I would hope that there would be a report made.
Was there an officer behind the? There was an officer there.
Yeah, there always is.
And I was like, I dropped a lawnmower on my face, and they all just kind of like looked at me, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. But no one blinked an eye. They're like, what the fuck ever. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. It's very frustrating, honestly. But yeah, it would have saved me 2.5 extra years of abuse probably if just one person would have been like, hey, I'm going to take her into a room by herself for a second. Just stay here.
Yep.
Oh, this next one, by the way, is kind of an Am I the Asshole, but it's also a little scandally.
Oh,
they drop a little T at the end, and that's why I added it.
Okay.
Do you need to tighten those knobs?
Maybe.
Try that.
Certainly do. Wow. Fucking thank you.
You're welcome. I was like, there's got to be a reason for those knobs. What? Todd?
Yes. This is another text about Todd.
What now? Did he win the lottery?
There's an address. Turney Road, ask for charity. Todd, what are you doing? Oh my!
Oh my God!
Okay, the plot thickens.
The
thought plickens.
I said lot, but I meant thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I the asshole for being mad and hating my wedding after my mom convinced me to do everything her way, including stay with her on the night before and not having a girls' night, just for her to cheat on my dad with her childhood best friend in the groom's room at 2 a.m. while I sat up for the wedding? I told you there was some tea in that one.
Is that the entirety of the Am I the Asshole?
That's it. And that tea is piping hot.
I feel scorched from that.
No, you're not the asshole. Your mom sounds unhinged.
Your mom is concerned. Your mom is a scammer and a schemer.
Yeah, your mom sounds a little bit like a narcissist.
She's a bit of a scammy Tammy, if you will. So what I'm hearing is mom wanted to fuck her friend.
I was going to say, I think your mom used your wedding to fuck her friend.
Yes. Or she certainly used it as a time to continue. I highly doubt that's the first time it's happened. Think about it. She's like, you must stay with me so I have an alibi. Hello.
That's premeditation,
That's
bitch.
what I'm saying. There's no way that was heat of the moment passion.
No. Why is your mom's childhood best friend at your wedding?
Because she's fucking
Why
him.
is he at the groom's room?
Hey, it's not your mom's childhood best friend. That's your mom's lover. That's your mom's lover.
What it is.
He's a lover.
All right. Well, I think we answered that one.
So no, you're not an asshole. Your mom is just.
Your mom needs help.
Yeah.
Or a divorce.
Honestly. A divorce, certainly.
Jesus Christ.
So you know about this.
Have you told your dad?
Does your dad know?
Please fill us in because I need to know.
Phyllis?
And how did you find out? That's what I really want to know.
Oh, yeah.
How did you find out about it? Did you walk in on them?
Scandals. 2 point. And it was in the groom's room. Like, groom's room. Like, groom's room as in.
Say it one more time. Groom's room. Like, groom's room. Like, groom's room. Like,
groom's room. Groom's room. Groom's room.
Make my mom go boom boom.
Super fucking wild girl.
What?
So
who?
Is there an echo in here?
What?
Okay, so I'm feeling like groom's room, was that the getting ready room for the groom, or was that his hotel room?
I want to say it was like, who? If it was the hotel room, they're all sleeping and mom's just like, what it is.
Okay, so she's Scammy Tammy. What's the childhood friend's name? It's got
Throbby Bobby.
It's gotta be Bobby.
It's a Bobby.
He goes by Robert at work though.
Yeah, but she calls him Bobby. She's like, Bobby, come here. Throbby Bobby.
Not Throbby Bobby in the groom's room.
With the lead pipe.
Oh no.
With that pipe.
Throbby Bobby gave the pipe to Scammy Tammy, and the rest is history. In the groom's room. The groom's room.
That's a 90s reference for you, motherfucker.
It is.
That was old school.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, please.
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
I fucking loved that show. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's just keep moving, shall we? Am I the asshole? I use she, her pronouns.
Okay.
My boyfriend's brother, so both of them are he, him, had a child about 2 years ago with his girlfriend, she, her. Okay, ready? So hold on. The person and her boyfriend.
Okay.
The boyfriend's brother
Uh-huh.
and his girlfriend.
Okay.
That's where we're at right now.
Okay.
They had a baby about 2 years ago. While they were pregnant, my monster-in-law Some other, her made sure to have a conversation with my brother-in-law, her son, to ensure that their child's last name was going to be the dad's and not the mom's because they weren't married and my mother-in-law did not like her son's girlfriend. I find this highly inappropriate and this doesn't even scratch the surface of her tactics. I compare her often to Norma Bates.
Oh, have you ever watched Bates Motel?
Yeah.
With regard, so fucking uncomfortable.
I watched one show and I was like, I have a son, I can't watch this.
Right? It's so fucking weird.
I couldn't. With regards to her sons, I told my boyfriend how I felt considering we were thinking of having kids soon. Am I the asshole? Because if I find out that conversation takes place about my little family when the time comes, our child will for sure have my last name just to spite her. Love your show and how much you have opened me up to my own mental health issues.
Oh,
I think that is a fucking weird thing for the mother-in-law to like. That shouldn't be a decision with you.
Definitely a line crossed.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a decision between you and your mom. That should be a decision between the partners.
Yeah, especially if that conversation, if your mom is so fucking bold to have that conversation, but not with your partner.
Yeah, and I'm assuming also that that's not your mom's original name. So why the fuck is she like pressed for that last name so hard?
Yeah. Did you say pressed?
Press.
When were you born? 2006?
I'm one of the young kids.
I'm a youth. Carry on.
What was the word I was looking for? But then press came out. She's so high above me. She's not lovely.
So aggressive.
Yeah.
So certain, so pushy.
Maybe pushy.
I don't know. Pressed feels better.
Okay, see?
I
see, bitch.
See, bitch. That's the horse I'm betting on. Yeah, no, I don't think you're an asshole for wanting to
your
name
mother-in-law
your
sounds
child
like a
whatever you want to fucking name them.
Because that shouldn't be her conversation at all, is all we're trying to say. Yeah. That's not your baby, not your conversation. Yep. And that applies to pretty much everything in life.
Yes.
I get so weird about how many grandparents think they have like rights to grandchildren just because they're...
It cracks me the fuck up about how often people talk about millennials being entitled, only to then be entitled
to their children?
Yes.
It like
bonkers.
Some of the things my friends tell me about what their parents do, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, hey, your grandchildren, your children are not zoo animals. You don't get to just like walk over when you fucking feel like it on your terms, on your. You're not gonna go to the zoo and be pissed at the lion because he's napping.
Right?
Guess what? That's a nocturnal fucking animal.
Right?
How are you gonna show up in the middle of the day mad at him?
And so are we.
Hey. He's in Ohio. He's supposed to be in the fucking savannah. Okay? This is not his problem. Stop putting your issues on him.
Yeah, I feel that.
I worked at a zoo.
So that was a good analogy. I really like that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You know Brett
Michaels?
No, Brett it's Brittany, bitch, or whatever the fuck.
I fucking love him.
So do I. But he said one time he was talking about, I think it was Simba and whatever in one of his videos. So if you don't follow him, I think it's just Brittany bitch on TikTok. Fucking go, because his videos are absolute gold. But he was like, they're from the sand. He couldn't think of the word for Savannah. He's from the sand. So when he said Savannah,
close enough.
Okay. All right. Okay, this one's a little serious, but also sort of, there's a reason I added this. I, female, 20 years old, and my mother, who is 52 years old, have been taking care of my grandmother who has dementia.
Oh.
We have given up our social life and freedom to take constant care of her for 4 years. It's gotten to the point that my mother has had to quit her job so she can be home with her 24/7. And I don't think it's the mom's mom.
Oh,
is what I'm
okay.
From this. Okay. We are entitled to have one weekend every month off where my uncle, who's the grandmother's other son, so that's why I think this says other son. So I'm assuming it's the two boys, her dad,
got it.
The uncle. Okay. Is supposed to take her so we can have family time to do whatever we want without her. Me and my mother have had to constantly...
She's a real fucking buzzkill, if you guys don't know her.
No, but
sorry.
Sorry. Me and my mother have had to constantly fight with my father to get the time off. We've sometimes gone 3 months without any time off without her. My father never wants to ask for the time off because he feels like he would be asking my uncle to do too much. We've tried to sit and talk about it calmly, but he always chooses to ignore us, so we have to resort to yelling at him to think of his own family's personal needs first. He will then proceed to call us ugly and bitches because all we ask for is our allotted time off from her. Okay, your dad sounds toxic as fuck. I'm sorry.
Truly.
Jesus. We've become resentful towards my uncle because he won't. Was that the uncle or your dad? Either way.
Who's calling you ugly and a bitch? Because I'll fucking
They're
fight
the
him right
fucking
now.
worst. We've become resentful towards my uncle because he won't even do the bare minimum of stepping up to help take care of his mother. My father will then proceed. But what's your dad doing? Like, why the fuck isn't your dad helping?
Yeah.
My father will then proceed to tell us how grateful we should be towards my uncle for stuff we have to beg him to do. When we tell him this behavior is disgusting and needs to end, he will threaten to put his mother in a nursing home and tell us it would be our fault if he did, making us feel guilty. Your dad sounds like the fucking worst. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
your dad's manipulating
I would look
you.
at him and be like, do it then.
Yeah. But they probably
it.
care so much about this woman. This is fucking pissing me off.
But at the same time though, I have worked. I know that not all nursing homes.
This is why I added this.
I know that not all nursing homes are the same. I know that there are horrific things that have happened in them, but like there are care facilities that, obviously, if you are financially able, take
do a great
really
job.
fucking good care of people and are trained to handle
dementia patients because that is something that is very difficult for the average person to take care of, and it is taxing. Hold on, I'm almost done. Are we the assholes for telling my father his brother needs to step up more in taking care of his mother and that he needs to stop being emotionally manipulative to my mother and I, who have already sacrificed everything we love doing to be her caretakers? P.S. Thank you guys for everything you've done on the podcast. It's helped me get through everything I've been going through this past year. Sorry if this was a mouthful to say. I have a hard time writing my thoughts out. No,
Aww.
I want to relay you to the first one we talked about, and it's the same fucking thing. You are people outside of being caretakers. And I remember one time I was talking to my therapist and we were talking about just like things that she said people feel a lot of shame coming to her for and talking about, and one was like domestic relationships because you feel like it was your fault, especially if you stayed in them. But she said another thing is people who either want or like feel relief when a elder like person they've been taking care of passes away.
Yeah, or someone who was sick for a long time.
Yes, cancer and things like that.
Yes.
And I think that is so important to realize that that is a normal thing. That want to be away from that caretaker role is a normal and valid feeling, and you're not you're not a bad person for feeling that whatsoever. And your dad needs to fucking step up. What is he doing? And your uncle, absolutely, they both need to step up. And if they can't, I don't think a nursing home is a bad move either.
No,
because
especially if
you guys
research has been done. It is expensive, but sometimes Medicaid
I was going to say, and I don't know about grandma's situation if she has things in place to have to do that. You know, sometimes they have things that will pay for that, all set up.
This is me completely assuming and projecting a bit based on how you've described your dad. People like your dad will collect other people who are giving and helpful and exploit that essentially. And they need you to believe that this person
needs you
because they don't want to have to do
They don't want to do it.
And like what's difficult is you have to step back and ask yourself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to do this or because I feel like I have to? You can love someone so fucking much and want the absolute best for them
and know that that's not you
and still recognize it's not your responsibility. And that I think is very hard for people to remember because I think they think that
it's like an abandoning situation.
That like if you care, then you have to give of yourself then. And that's not the case because sometimes caring means taking a fucking step back.
And realizing that you might not be the best fit.
Yes.
Because that's a lot to put on a 52-year-old and a 20-year-old. That's a fucking lot. And again, dementia is something that like trained professionals sometimes need to be there and in charge of.
Yes,
especially the longer it goes on. It can be very, very like
it's a safety hazard.
It is
essentially.
It's an all-consuming job.
Yes.
Truly, that's why they have facilities like that in place, so that someone is around to monitor 24/7 to make sure the person is eating, drinking, not hurting themselves.
Right.
All of those things. You can't expect people
not wandering off.
Yeah, you can't expect you guys to have
dedicate your entire life.
I was going to say to have that be your whole life, because you can't have a life outside of that, basically, if it gets bad enough. So, no,
and
you're not the
fair.
asshole. And I hope that your dad shuts the fuck up, first of all. If I'm honest.
I hope your dad kicks rocks.
Yeah, he sucks. But your mom sounds like a fucking lovely person, and so does your grandma, and I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. And the men in your lives are being such fucking assholes when it's their responsibility as well, if not more so.
Not to mention the trauma that you are probably experiencing from seeing your grandparent not as your grandparent.
Yeah.
Like when something happens, we talk about children being parentified.
Yeah.
And something happens when you no longer are the child, you become the caregiver. And like your grandma can't be your grandma. That's your patient now.
Yeah. And she's like 20. How long do you think that's been going on?
Right.
20.
That's hard.
That is.
That's so fucking hard, because that completely changes the dynamics of your relationship.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm assuming with your mom now as well, because your mom can't take care of you either, because you're basically her coworker. Yeah.
That's your peer.
Yep.
No, that's why people say don't poop where you eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that has to do with your grandma, but I get it.
You got it.
Yeah, you understand.
You do.
All right.
You do one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I opened while I wasn't trying to.
I think I need to take more Tylenol.
Which one do I want to do? Sorry.
You say you have two more?
Yeah.
You want to do them both?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right. Am I, 21, she, her, the asshole for getting mad that my friend, 20, she, her, keeps inviting her boyfriend to hang out with us? My friend has been dating an absolute trash bag for the past year. I'm talking trash as in he has cheated on her, stolen money from her, has fetishized her race, among other things.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, that caused me to do like a really intense face.
We've had multiple interventions with her trying to tell her he's no good, but she tells us everything is fine and she's in love. However, he talks like those idiotic men with podcasts. The biggest eye roll from Jerry. Who think gravity doesn't apply to women and refers to all women as females, and had used slurs against the LGBTQIA plus community, a community that he is not a part of, but about 70% of our friend group is, very openly.
I hate this person.
Me too. My alphabet mafia friends felt very attacked, and the rest of us, as their friends and allies to the community, told her that we weren't comfortable around him and that we won't bother her about their relationship anymore, but also we don't want him around us. Despite this, she still constantly asks if he can tag along, and we of course always say no. However, this came to a head for me one night in particular. We planned to all be at someone's house, and like clockwork, this friend asked if her boyfriend, they wrote that, could come. She was practically begging us. My friend who was hosting cracked and agreed. I tried telling everyone that we had put our foot down and set boundaries, and if they let him come, then she'll never stop asking again, and we'll always have to deal with him low-key insulting us. They told me I was overreacting, and I shouldn't let him being there ruin the night, but it wasn't even about that at this point. It was that I was sick of me and all my friends constantly sacrificing our happiness and basic comfort for her fake happiness with this guy she shouldn't even be with. I said that if he was coming, then I should be allowed to say anything I wanted, but was told I couldn't because I would hurt her feelings if I said anything bad to him. As if he wasn't the one that threw around microaggressions like it was his job. One of my friends ended up testing positive for COVID that day, and the night was called off. But every time we've gotten together since then, I get worried that someone will let her bring him again, and I'll be seen as the bitch again for trying to stop it. Am I the asshole?
No.
Oh, you have other feel? Because I'm like strong no.
I don't believe pronouns are she, her.
Yes.
Don't believe she's the asshole.
Yeah.
But I think that boundaries are not being set.
She just said they did set a boundary.
That what?
that the boundary was that they would be friends with the friend, but they did not want to be around the boyfriend.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that boundary is not being reinforced.
Oh, that is, reinforced.
And like, that's the hard
But she
thing.
tried to, but it's like the whole friend group has to fucking do it.
You have to remove yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you have to then remove yourself, which then, like, you're going to feel like the asshole, but, like, holding a boundary does not make you an asshole. It's saying, like, this is what I said.
Yes.
If you go past it, this
then
is what
I'm
will
removing.
happen.
Yeah, we don't need to be around him then.
Right. So,
and that
like,
sucks then that you have to miss out on it, but yeah, that is
that's where it's trucky?
It's still a little trucky for me.
It's tricky because I think that people mistake boundaries and ultimatums.
Yes.
And it's not the same thing, but
because that person doesn't have to listen to your boundary. You set a boundary,
right.
That doesn't mean anybody has to follow it, but it is your job then to reinforce it. You're very correct in that.
Yes. So that's why I'm like, you're not an asshole for wanting to set that boundary. You're not an asshole for not wanting to be around this person who makes you feel uncomfortable, makes your friends feel uncomfortable.
The fucking worst.
100%.
But you can't control that she will want to bring him around. That's just the way it's going to be. And so it has to be like a situation where you're like, okay, then I don't want to be around you.
Yes.
The boundary needs to have a if-then situation. Okay, well, if she continues, then what? Right. You need to have an answer for that.
Right. And like, if your friend group, because it feels like they're all one thing who are standing behind this, but if your friend group is going to fold and they're not going to reinforce it, then what? Then, are you going to hold it?
Yep.
Because now you're potentially walking away from a whole friend group.
Yep.
And that's not fucking easy, but you're not wrong for doing it.
Yeah. What part of is more important to you, I guess?
Yes.
You know what
it's
I mean?
almost like, in that moment, I feel like when someone doesn't respect your boundary, it's a I don't want to say it's a great time to do a check-in, but like it is a good time to reflect and be like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
They're not respecting this.
Yep.
Is this a deal breaker for me?
Yeah.
And if it is, okay. Not saying it's going to be easy, not saying you're going to enjoy it, not saying that you're not going to have a grieving
really
process,
hard.
But you have to prioritize yourself. And if you set that boundary for a reason, you have to be prepared to
back
reinforce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that fucking sucks. And it hurts. It hurts when you feel like you're setting a boundary, not only for your mental health, but like it sounded like you were speaking on behalf of the person too, who was being taken advantage of and disrespected by her partner.
Exactly.
And it sucks to feel like people don't care at all. But it is what it is.
It is. And it isn't what it is.
it is what it is till it isn't.
Yeah. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. That was, Okay. Ooh, this one I was conflicted until I got to the end, so just bear with me. Mm-hmm. Hey ladies, AJ here, she, her pronouns. I'm in a highly dysfunctional / difficult co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband. We will call him Rufus. I love that name.
Is he a naked mole rat?
Am I the asshole for absolutely refusing to be cordial to his current girlfriend, which is the woman he cheated on me with and who broke up our marriage? Okay, that's where I was when I read this. Stay with me.
Okay.
I mean, my kids do not like this woman. They tell me all the time that she is mean to them. She yells at them all the time. Her son is mean to them too. I can actively say I hate her because, let's be honest, she's just awful. She's trying to force my kids to call her their stepmom, and I tell my kids that they don't have to and that I am their only mom. So am I the asshole? Let me add that this woman physically attacked me in front of my children after I got into a verbal altercation with their dad while picking them up one day. On the plus side, she's on probation for 6 months for it since I filed a report, and she has a history of hardcore drug charges. So am I the asshole? Love your show, and you two are fucking rock stars. So that's why I added it, because I was fucking with you on the beginning part, and then I was like, oh boy.
What is the am I the asshole about?
For not wanting to be cordial with this woman.
No. You're not required to be cordial with Dick, especially if like you're being cordial.
This person has assaulted you.
Yeah, this person, it's not like the thing that is keeping her from being a good step parent and her children being good step siblings to your children is you being cordial.
It's like your pet. Yeah. Well, and I think the reason they probably wrote this in, which is why I added it, was for that my reaction to that first line, because my reaction was negative. It was like, oh, put your pettiness aside. Your kids are important. And I know that's what a lot of people think when you're like, no, I fucking hate my whatever co-parenting situation. But sometimes it's just you're fucking co-parenting with awful people. And I empathize hardcore because I talk all the time and I get people who say like, what did you do? How did you like get the relationship that you have? And honestly, like so much of it was luck, because I'm just lucky that I had two people who are willing to put aside any other feelings or any other like drama or anything and put my child's needs first. And sometimes you're co-parenting with people who don't fucking do that.
Well, I think it's different with you too, because you and Noah's dad were not going to be a thing.
No, we kind of knew that.
Yeah, you were not even.
We tried
necessarily
it for. We were. I don't think we were dating when
I was gonna say you
conceived.
Don't exactly. So it's not like someone came in and broke up your relationship. No. It was we attempted a relationship for the child. We realized it wasn't going to work.
Yep.
And so you found other partners. And
but I did feel when he got with the person who is now married to, it was recent after us breaking up, and Noah was very young, and I remember feeling like jealous and mean and petty and being like, I don't want to fucking co-parent with you, blah, blah, blah. But like the reason was because I felt like I lost.
Yes.
Like it was a competition and I was like, I didn't win that.
Yeah, but you've
very immature.
Like you have not had great interactions with
I was insecure. Yeah.
And with divorce.
Well,
and so like that was you didn't have a whole lot of experience with seeing that play out in a positive way. So like that was probably incredibly triggering for you.
It was. And then I was like, oh no, that's why we tried so hard to keep it together, even though we both knew it was not something that would work. But I think that you can be, sometimes you don't have to have the relationship that I have where, you know, again, I'm lucky that we go out and we all go to like football games together and we can sit together at the kids. And like, that's beautiful to see on social media and people tell you like you're doing everything right. But like, don't feel like that pressure is all on you because sometimes you're co-parenting with fucking awful people. And that's sadly just the way it is. And like the best thing you can do is just be there for your kids. Let them in on as much as you can, you know, without like being like your dad's terrible person, but just be like, hey, teach your kids boundaries. If they don't want to, like if someone's trying to force them to call them something, they don't have to do anything they're uncomfortable with, and let them know that, and then just let them know that like you have their back in any situation. And I guess don't even be you can be just there. You don't have to be nice. You just be like, here, the fucking just co-parenting. That's
I think we answered. Did we answer that?
I think so. You're not the asshole. I thought you were at first. I'm not going to lie. And I apologize that I judged you prematurely. But I'm sure that's why you wrote in, because I bet you get that all the time. And it's sad that you feel the need and that you do have to like tell people the reasoning why so often, when like it's just sometimes people have to co-parent with bad people. And I see you all out there if you fucking have to. I feel terrible. I see, again, TikTok fucking opens my eyes to so much, because I see people who will like share screenshots of the things that like the people they have to co-parent with say. And I had someone who was a terrible, terrible, terrible abusive person to me, and like thinking of having to have, like, if I would have had a kid with him and co-parent with, can you imagine us co-parenting together? He would make it a fucking nightmare. He would make it a fucking nightmare. Forever.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So I see you all out there and I empathize with you, and you're doing a good job just fucking keeping it together for your kids, honestly.
Yeah. And that's what's most important anyway, is focusing on them.
Yeah.
Fucking, it stopped recording.
Son of a bitch. We didn't even have it recording that long. Oh my God, we can talk like a motherfucker. Let's wrap this shit up.
So sorry, guys. You're going to have lots of, like, 2 different so effing sorry screens if you're watching.
To be fair, Jerry has a hard time. She can't look over there. Her eyes hurt.
Well, I always feel weird, too, because I notice.
Just staring.
Well, when I go to edit it, I always know when you're nervous getting close to time, because you start going like.
Yeah.
And like
that's what I've been trying not to do.
Making hard eye contact. I had looked over a second ago and I noticed it was red, and then I was like, oh, it's fine. And
I've watched myself back and seen me do that, so I'm like, don't even look at it this time. And we
yeah,
fucking
I know. Oh well, so sorry guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that on Are You the Assholes?
Yeah. And you're not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that
think
we're
we've
ever
ever-
gonna call our people assholes.
No, but for the most part, it's because you're fucking not. You're just looking
Yeah.
for validation, and we got that for you.
we do.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want more, we're gonna do
Host
some
stories.
stories on
our
Patreon. So Friday.
Patreon.com/ladies and tangent.
and it's first of the month, so everyone's gonna get that
It's
episode,
the
whether
first of
you're
the month. Hold
whether
up,
you're a
hold up,
sad
hold up.
bitch.
Yeah,
or a goose pimp,
or a fuckable bunny.
or a fuckable bunny.
You'll be able to get this extra host story. So
Yep. ladiesandtangents.com. Nope.
Patreon.com/ladies and tangents.
You could go to ladiesandtangents.com if you want to.
Get some merch. We got a crop top that says I don't know dick about shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like,
No.
you're not supposed to mix wine with my medication. Do as I
Oh,
say, not
for
as I
the
do. So, okay.
Okay.
We love you so much. We will see you next week.
All right.
We're out.
Goodbye.